Black Oak, Arkansas. So you've been hankering to pack your bags and take a musical road trip to the deep south, all the way to the heart of Dixie, you say? Experience the real meaning of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, a true Southern fried hot and nasty story. Well, head on down that two-lane blacktop, about a mile half past Skinnerd, and another 100 yards or so to the other side of the Almonds. When you get to the turnoff marked Black Oak, Arkansas, just look for the scrub board, some guitars, a shirtless mountain man in white spandex. Kill the engine, 'cause brother, you're there. When you're talking 70s Southern rock, the buck pretty much stops with the good old boys from Black Oak, Arkansas. A rowdy sextet led by the blonde-maned wild man Jim Dandy Mangrum. In 1969, they recorded 2 albums for the Memphis-famed Stax label as the Nobody Else, before changing their name to Black Oak, Arkansas, and hitting their deep-fried boogie stride on Atlantic. With Dandy's back porch drawl, cohort's penchant for, well, hell-bent redneck metal, the group quickly became faves on the lucrative arena rock circuit. And while regarded primarily as a live act, they did manage some chart success during their heyday, including 3 gold albums, their self-titled debut album, 1973's Raunch and Roll Live, and High on the Hog. And so by 1977, after living plenty high on the hog themselves, Black Oak, Arkansas dissolved and faded into obscurity. Black Oak, Arkansas was America's pioneering Southern cosmic boogie band. and the unsung inspirations to bands such as the Allman Brothers, Guns N' Roses, Van Halen's David Lee Roth, inspiring everyone from Skinner to Spinal Tap.
Black Oak, Arkansas, we were sent demos by them, and I'd not heard of them before, but I was quite taken by the sound of the group. I wasn't quite sure whether the very harsh sound of the lead singer, Jim Mangrum, I wasn't quite sure how that would go over with the public, but it was very pleasing to me, and I thought it was very, very, very funky and soulful, and we decided to go ahead with it and to take a shot with the group, and it turned out to be a big success. Because they were one of the early groups in the tradition of the Allman Brothers and some of the other great Southern groups.
Let me just tell you, they're one of the best guys that I've ever worked with. They're wonderful. My wife and I spent a lot of time down at their complex down in Arkansas, and they're a great live band. As you know, I mean, we relied primarily on the live appearances, and they were just sensational.
To find out what's making Black Oak, Arkansas's concerts and albums so popular, we went to the people responsible. You.
I get this great feeling from Black Oak. They just make me want to get up. I can't sit passive.
Please keep on praying.
Well, they play happy music. You know, like they're having a good time when they play it, so you have a good time when you're listening to it.
We need it.
I didn't really want to go see them, but my boyfriend's really into the band, so we went. And wow, their music was good.
Black Oak, Arkansas.
Keep the faith we needed. If you need to see the country, but something holds you back, travel near, far and wide, have no fear or nothing to
Everybody makes the original mistake in an English school the first time they see those letters written across a map. And it says Arkansas, but everybody says Arkansas. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two, everybody thinks out of the Ozarks, all you see is the Beverly Hillbillies. Totally disproved. No mistake, from the United States of America, Atlantic recording artist, Black Oak, Arkansas!
Oh, we are too. I see some home folks out there. Ain't England great? I'm telling you, I've been around London and I love it. Right here, I want to think about back home, though. This next song right here is about an old boy I knew quite well. Me and him were just like that. You see, this old boy used to go around and be making love to all the farmers' women while they was out in the field. Oh, he didn't like work for nobody, but he made him a living. And this story right here is about that backdoor man. for three. Love 'em and leave 'em, that's the way it had to be. Oh, you know it. Just a wild country boy that had to be free. Wow, wow, thank you, Val. Oh, damn, that old man. Calling in the day when I was sitting in. Folks would be asking where he had been. Oh, he just keep on strutting with a big old grin. Wow, wow, thank you, Val. Ah, damn, that old man. Wow, wow, thank you, Val. Ah, damn, wow, wow, thank you, Val. Ah, damn, slam it, Val. You know, none of us like working for nobody. We like working for ourselves. Is that right? And nobody likes working for the tax man.
Gonna solve the
You want to raise a little bit more energy? You want to rock and roll one time? All right, then, let's get down. I'm your Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Let's go, Jim Dandy. I was sitting on a mountaintop, 30,000 feet to drive. Spider Eddie on a runaway horse. That's right, of course. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Go, Jim Dandy, go, Jim Dandy. One day I met a girl named Sue. She was feeling a kind of blue. I'm Dandy, the kind of guy can't stand to see a little girl cry. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Go, Jim Dandy, go, Jim Dandy. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Go, Jim Dandy, go. I was riding on a submarine. Got a message from a mermaid queen. She was hanging on a fishing line. This Dandy didn't waste no time. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy, go. Once upon a time I went to Maine. Got a ticket on a DC plane. This Dandy didn't need no shoes. I was high and ready to move. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Go, Jim Dandy, go. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Let's go, Jim Dandy, go. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to your rescue. We love you. We love you. Well, all right then, let's jump on this and see if we can ride it bareback. I'm a rock star, don't ride me, and my nerves on end. Shine when Gwen took your tear. You can pay my bill. You're underage and oversexed. And there ain't no telling what'll touch you. I can't touch you.
Well, where there is a will, there is a way, and all we have to do is breathe together as one today. Can we breathe together? Yes, a little bit of hydroventilation to clean out our bodies. Work it up to a frenzy until we can't go no farther, and then we take one good long hit and move down that highway. Are you ready? All right. We'll see.
They're going to answer to God for all of the pollution of youth around the world. We hear a lot about ecology today. We hear a lot about polluted rivers, polluted lakes. But these fellows have polluted minds and hearts and souls of people. And they have allowed the demons of hell to possess them and use them and to drag millions of young people in the wrong direction when they ought to be taking them in the right direction. Our big objection to rock music is not only the beat, which I think comes out of the jungles, but the words and what the words are spelling out. Look at the lives of these artists. Look at the people that follow them. Look at their dress, the glasses they wear. I believe it's demonic. I believe it's tied into illicit sex. And I noticed the other day in the newspaper how the American Association for the Advancement of Science said the noise of rock bands can increase blood pressure, bring about birth defects, including mental retardation. Now, if this is going to bring about mental retardation, I hate to think of what the next generation is going to be like. If you let me find it, rock the movement, rock me. I like the movement right, so all the time. I like the movement right, so all the time. I like the movement right. If you don't mind, I like the movement right.
We're about 20 miles from Mountain Home, Arkansas. That's the biggest city around. 80 miles from Springfield, Missouri, across the line up here. And right up here's a fence and everything. We've had it for quite a while, a couple of years now, since we started putting it up. First, everybody thought we had some kind of nudist colony back there, but it got worked out, because everybody around here first moved in, didn't know what to expect, and they got to realizing we just like they was, and they really respect our privacy up here and realize that we kind of need it. We had people walking in wanting to join our calls, and do everything else, and it was really nice. We get to meet them out here outside the fence now, come out and see everybody and sign autographs or whatever. Charlie, can you get that other side?
The first time we came up here was, I guess, 1966, and we were running from the cops, and I think we had just gotten busted in Memphis. We lived in the caves over on the lake for about, I guess, pretty much a couple of months. And we really liked it. The swimming was good, and the fishing was good. We just kind of always thought that if things went well, we'd come back and we'd live here. My brother spent about 2 years looking for the right location and found this place, and we came up and saw it and just fell in love with it. The initial investment was about $55,000 or something like that. We got probably $750,000 right now into it. We were a family before we ever got into music, really, and we just wanted to keep it that way,
Togetherness is a security to us, and it's something which makes us feel, it's something which in a world which, you want to be independent, right? You want to be to where you don't have to depend on everybody to come by and wait on the government to do all the things. Even Thomas Jefferson said the best government is the government that has to govern the least, right? So we're just trying to hold our own and be our own type of people and take care of each other and not, not strain the system so much. Not saying do away with it totally, but just, I think simplify is the word. And it's a good lifestyle. We believe in nature. We're naturalists.
We raise our own cattle for meat. We grow our own vegetables. We have people now researching the solar energy thing. We use a lot of electricity out here. In every way possible, we want to become self-sustaining. We built us a schoolhouse down here, put the post office together, and we're pretty well incorporated as a city now, which just gets back to the thing of just choosing who you want to spend your time here on Earth with.
Yeah, we just feel good out here.
Air's clean, water's clean.
A lot of people, don't understand and wouldn't picture this as being rock and roll. Because we have a pretty wholesome life here. We live, humbly but tastefully. We do this because we're dedicated. I mean, we'd rather stay here, and we could, but that's not what we did it for. It's more like, staying in tune with the people and going and trying to give them faith to hold on to and strength to hold on to. They're the ones that are living in the man-made hell. Rock and roll started by people like this, and Carl Perkins said it, you can do anything you want to do, just don't step in my blue suede shoes. It's a statement of freedom.
All right. This here, Norman, let's take him through and show him the bus. This is the Clytie. We call it the Clytie for reasons which I can't really explain over video. It symbolizes, you know, the clit area. And here we have the bus. This is where we live more than we live here. And Hawk drives and Joe D. Brown drives. He's from around here, an old country boy, no redneck. Butch, now you don't let me do all the talking. You got ears too. We got Head in here and all these rocking chairs we had put in, and we've been falling in love with them. We sleep up here. We fall asleep up here as much as we get in our bunks, but we got it like a Pullman car back there, and got all our bunks way back in the back, which I can take you back there. Since we're right here.
Yep.
This is, we got a basement down here, Tony. It's
kind of like an office.
Yeah, well, it's on the road office where they keep their, we got a safe down there, and we got where we do our books, a little desk, fold-down desk where they get away from the noise, because we got all our sound system up here. And it's a sit-down area down there with lights and everything. Got a refrigerator, a microwave oven, all the comforts at home. And this is we set up here a lot. This is our bull session. We got all our equipment taken out right now, because while we're home, we take it out and have it tuned up and little things like that. But we have our TV. Usually sits right in here. It's a color TV, and it's really nice. We got our aerial. It's up on the front. You can put it up and turn it any way you want to. And we have a Marantz amplifier that sits up here, which powers our studio monitor system here, which we really like these JBLs. They really get a good sound. Up in this little area of this bus, it really, you know, really sounds good. It's like being in a little tunnel of sound. It's like our little spaceship on the highway. And this is we have a little closet area there, too. Ooh, whatnots. We all sleep back here. These are our bunks. And Dirty, our bass player, sleeps down there. And Ricky Lee sleeps down there. Hawk sleeps up there. And I sleep down here. Tommy sleeps down here. Little Jimmy sleeps up here. And Goober Grin sleeps up here. And we have a couple of extra bunks for... We got this, yeah, this is Butch's back here when he's with us. He's with us about, say, once every 2 weeks, because you got to do Ruby, too. We got Ruby, Star, and Gray Ghost, which is, they living right across the road here, up here in the middle of the woods, and part of the family, too. He kind of does a lot of the...
Let Jim come by, Les, and then follow him back.
Flying back and forth.
We'll get
That's
out.
a trick, ain't it? It gets kind of warm in here without all the air conditioners, but this is another air conditioner up here. We have an air conditioner in our bus system, and then we also have this one up here. And all our sound is powered by its own power and its generator system.
Want some chewing gum?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So.
Now it'll get a lot easier out of that down here.
I mean, it's sun
It's hot
is
in here
coming
whenever you ain't got the
man.
air conditioners on. Used to, when we had that thing painted black, it was hotter than a woman's, you know what.
Pistol, man.
'Cause it attracted heat, but we painted it that sky blue.
Stay high, 'cause you are high.
Hello, I'm Jim Dandy. I'm with Black Oak, Arkansas. You've heard about infamous Jim Dandy, I guess you might say. And I'm supposed to tell you a little bit of the past life we've had, as colorful as it is, or it might be. It's been kind of unique, and they'd like me to start with my childhood, which, I don't know, it might be a little bit duller than what most people might expect, because it started out in Arkansas, in farming country. I was a farmer's son. I guess the first place I ever sang was on a tractor. It was kind of loud, and I felt uninhibited, and I'd let it go when I was driving tractor. And the first time I ever thought I'd be on stage, I can remember, was standing up next to my desk the first time they ever asked me to say what I wanted to be when I grow up, and I said I wanted to be a rock and roll singer like Elvis Presley, and everybody laughed at me. You know, when Carl Perkins and people like the late, great Elvis Presley said things like, "You can do anything you want to do, just don't step on my blue suede shoes," that was a statement of freedom to me. It was a thing which, it meant something. Blue suede shoes were in at the time. Maybe zoot suits were in before, you know, 10 or 15 years before, but they were just saying that youth deserved its time and its experiences, however they picked it. And to me, rock and roll meant that to us, and we got started playing it probably about 7 years before we came to, I guess, the popular, the world. They finally got turned on to Black Oak in about 1969, 70, with the motley crew that we had. Unique experiences and controversies that have been arisen around us, and I guess because we're kind of a paradox. I will always be very partial to the live audience. I got it in my blood. I can't help myself. You know, I've had a lot of people that want to go back to simple life, and I treasure that. I think it's great. I have the simple life. When I go back home, the few times I get to go back home, I have a great life. I can remember a highlight. I guess I'm flashing on it because I'm sitting here, but with Wolfman at Charlotte, North Carolina. It was really an intense gig, about 200,000 people, and a nice, nice day.
All the way down south in Dixie.
On a lot of places, seen a lot of things, a lot more than I would have seen if I was to have stayed in Arkansas. And if my dad hadn't lost the farm, I probably would have stayed in Arkansas. So I'm thankful to that Big Freeze in 1957. He even drives the bus for me now and takes me around on tour, so it's still all in the family. But to me, it is in my blood, and I'm going to be out here for a long time. And I'm kind of thankful I get a chance to give this little salute to the old Black Oak, Arkansas, that I'm very proud of, because I'm kind of thankful for all the years of success that we've had, and I want to thank the people and take this chance to thank them for backing us and supporting us, and everybody else that's helped us be successful for the last 7 years.
Southern rock was a genre of rock and roll that basically started to develop in the late 60s, early 70s, best exemplified by bands like Lynyrd Skynyrd and the Allman Brothers and Black Oak, Arkansas. Those were the three big bands. And then there were bands like Marshall Tucker and Outlaws and other groups. Outlaws was a meaningful band in that situation as well. But the music, it had the rock intensity, but the music the lyrics tended to be written more like songs about things that happen to you on a daily basis, you know. I mean, Skinner's a great example of that, from things that his mother said to him when he was a kid, be a simple man and stuff like that. So there's a little crossover between rock, a little country, and that's the way I would describe it, and best exemplified by those bands. I was in pre-med at ASU, Arkansas State University in Jonesboro. The way I was paying my way through school was hustling pool and having what we call sock hops back then. And I booked, bands on the weekend, and I'd have 300-400 people would come or whatever. And I'd heard about this band called Nobody Else, these guys with long hair. And this was a time in the nation when the long hair thing was just starting to take off. And in Arkansas, forget about it. I mean, these were the only guys that liked that. So I was curious about it and everything, and booked them. And that night, I recall, we drew 3,000 people. It made 15 grand or something. I mean, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. The best way I describe that is I felt like a virgin on prom night, because I realized something just happened. It was real cool, and I wanted to do it again, And so basically within 2 weeks, I left school and moved in with the band within 2 or 3 weeks, and basically evolved and started to become their business manager.
So what were those guys like back then besides long hair?
Well, you know what? The thing about back then, and I have a lot of really fun memories about Black Oak, Arkansas. Those were good years for me, is that initially that was a real family of people. I mean, it was a hippie commune, probably first before anything, and a band sort of as a way to not have to get a real job, and that sort of thing. And everybody was very close, very dedicated to each other. It was a family. Absolutely a family. I think that's what one of the first things that caught the interest of Almond Ernigan and Frank Barcelona and people like that is that they realized this was an organization along a communal line, and it was great. It was a beautiful experience. Man, we lived together. The compound in Oakland, there were I think a dozen homes in a semicircle surrounded by a 15-foot high oak wood fence. It was called the Great Wall of Arkansas. It's still up there today. And we lived together, and we were really close. And it was good for the majority of the 10 or 11 years that I spent there. I mean, we went to New Orleans, I believe it was late 1967, because we had a concert booked somewhere up in Missouri that got snowed out. And we basically just said, this snow is bullshit, we're out of here. Went to New Orleans, basically going down for a weekend. I think we ended up staying 3 years. Jim and myself, and I think it was probably Harvey, were walking down Bourbon Street together, and we got to the third block, and there's a club that was called, it's still there today, I think, called the Gunga Din, which at the time was a great music club. The guy saw the hair and said, hey, I just fired the band. You guys want a gig? And we said, yeah. So we became the house band there. And in Mardi Gras time particularly, I mean, we would play 14-hour shifts, half hour on, half hour off, and go and sleep for 30 minutes in the bar, in the back. Within 30 days of me and the band getting there, I managed every dancer, every bar guy, and I managed everybody in the building, basically. It was run by a guy named Larry Lamarca, who was somebody to know in New Orleans. But I remember that. I remember those days, sleeping in the van. We'd get the van drive from Little Rock to California on a whim, not even think about it. All of us, and just crash and sleep in the parks. And we spent a lot of time sleeping in the caves up around Bull Shows in Norfolk Lake at a period of time. I remember that distinctly, particularly in the LSD days. Went to LA in 1970. I think the way I remember it, I basically, as the business manager, every time I'd pick up a trade magazine, I would see either Almond Ernigan or Frank Barcelona. I mean, they were it. So my plan was how do I get close to these guys? My grandfather taught me when I was a kid a lot of things, but one of the things he taught me is it doesn't matter how good your fishing pole is if you don't get near the river. You got to go find where the action is. So I figured out that they were where the action was. We went to California, and I believe it was 1970, maybe late 69 for a little bit. 2 or 3 trips out there. Finally ended up settling out there. And these were the days of the Love-Ins and a lot of free concerts. So we got to play at a lot of free shows where there would be 25,000, 30,000 people out there. And the word spread real good about the band. I mean, that was probably one of the best moves we made, is actually plugging into that phenomenon out there, Had a great experience out there. Ended up taking a farm that Ahmet owned with a guy named Lee Weissel, and stayed out on the farm, which was in Calabasas, California, which is where that picture's taken. In fact, I think we took it over after the Manson family left, which is kind of interesting. Almond Ernigan, actually, I had met already and got him interested in the band, and we played at the Topanga Corral. And that's when Almond first saw the band play live. I remember that like it was yesterday. He walked in with a very nice-looking lady, And this Turkish, it looked like a Turkish bodyguard, huge guy. Now, Topanga Corral is a biker's bar, and these guys are out there dancing, having a good. When Ahmet and them walked in, it was like Moses parting the Red Sea. Poof. Everybody just got out of the way. Wow. Ahmet comes up. We have a brief conversation. Here's the band play. I go out into his rolls, and we cut a deal. Basically made the deal right there on a handshake, and then the lawyers followed up. Toward the end of Black Oak's contractual relationship with Atlantic Records, came time to re-sign the band, and Ahmet and Jerry Greenberg and their attorneys and a number of other people flew into the compound in Oakland and stayed overnight, which is where that picture with Ahmet and I. And we're negotiating, and basically MCA was bidding against Atlantic for the band. MCA was offering three to 1. But I felt a real loyalty to Ahmet and didn't want to just make it about money. The band did, I didn't. So Ahmet came in, and when we were done, after they made their pitch and everything, I asked Ahmet if I could talk to him in private, and I took him to the back. And I asked him, I said, Ahmet, if you were me, what would you do? He didn't even take a breath. He said, Butch, this band is finished. He said, take the money and run. Now, for him to say that to me, first thing, I'll never forget that he did that, because you're talking about being a shrewd businessman. There is no shrewder businessman walking this planet than Ahmet Ertegun. But what he essentially said right there is, I care more about you than I do the income generated from what's left of this band. Go take the money, buddy, and run. He didn't have to do that, you know. And I gained a lot of respect for him that day, because I had his blessings to do that particular thing, which we ended up doing when we went to MCA. And Ahmet was right. The band's career was over. I mean, it was just over at that point. The MCA records did nothing. Capricorn Records sold even less. So I'll never forget that about him, the way he handled that and how gracious he was. And I got nothing but good to say about Ahmet Ertegun. He's #1 in my book. But I picked Bill and Hillary up in a limousine and took them to a Black Oak, Arkansas concert in Little Rock at Barton Coliseum. I think it was 1973, about right in there. And what I remember about it was this, that first thing what I remember is Jim and I smoked about 50 joints between Mountain Home and Little Rock. And so when we opened that door and they got in, it was like, you know, and I know they had to feel that to this day. But Bill and Hillary said we gave them their first ride in a limo, which probably was. We went to the show, had a great show. And during the course of the concert is when Bill made the comment that he'd basically rather be Jim Dandy, or meaning a rock star, than president. And I'll tell you this, and I've told Irv Zuckerman and many of my friends this, the first day I met Bill Clinton, I knew he was going to be president. It was like a clairvoyant moment, I swear to you. I just knew it. And I don't even know why I knew it, I just knew it. And he did go on to be president. And as far as I'm concerned, a really great president. Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Bill and Hillary. I think they're great. They've done me they've been good to me. I like them.
Right here, people, we've all been swimming in quicksand at some time or another. We know how to get out. Quicksand.